It's Debbie High coming to you from my studio, the Stampin' Hut. And like usual, I'm a couple minutes early, so we'll just sit here and wait till everybody finds us. I am playing with a retiring set, the Butterfly Brilliance. And the last I'd look, which was yesterday, I think, it was still available. So I'm not sure if it's sold out yet or not, since we're having our retiring, since our retirement list came out. A lot of product has been sold out, so it's not going to be available, especially the ink pads and markers and blends and that. Um, some of the cardstock sold out. That's retiring because they're doing a color refresh. I'll be right back. I'm back. Um, I'll be showing you 3 cards, and I did some home decor to show you. So, oh, it is 8 o'clock. We're gonna get started. Okay, I'm gonna push the camera down and let me put you in the picture. Okay, I'm there. Okay, this is what we're going to be using tonight, the Butterfly Brilliance. And I have 2 sets. And the reason why I had the dies too, and the reason why I have 2, this is the dies. Okay, you can, the stamp set comes like this. It's all one, okay? And this will cut out, well, let me turn it this way. Oh, you won't be able to see, I don't have the sticker. But anyway, I'll flip it this way. When you lay the dies, after it's stamped and you lay the dies down, it will cut each of those out individually, okay? And you also get another small butterflies and some other elements. So, and then you get the detailed ones that will cut out. You can just use this, which is what I used on one of my cards, but they're all separate, okay? But I got 2 sets, and the reason why I got 2 sets is because I cut the butterflies apart, and I'm using 3 of them. Whoops, 3 of them, okay? But I just cut them apart. There's nothing wrong with them. They work wonderful. I just cut where the thickness is of the butterflies. And then if you don't like some of the rubber around them, you can trim them like I did, okay? And then with the dies, I went ahead, let me show you, and I cut this piece apart. Okay, So here's this piece. There's this piece. Well, here, I'll take it over here. Okay. And then here are the dies that was together, and I just cut them apart. So you could do that, then that way you don't have to cut all of them out at one time, okay? And when you do that, you get one that looks like this, okay? And you can save that now this is just on regular cardstock. If you had something heavier, you can make a stencil, and you could use, let me put these away so they don't get lost. And I just used our old craft and rubber scissors. We used to have to cut the stamps apart ourselves. They used to come one solid sheet back when I first started. Now they come already cut for you and ready to use. So let's just get that out of the way. And like I said, you could take this and you could glue it down. You know, you could put tape here along the side, and you can take sponge daubers, or you could take a sponge. We used to sell sponges. I'm not sure if I think we discontinued those. Or you could use our blending brushes, and you could just follow the stencil, and you could have a little bit of blue on here. And then you could do, I don't know if you'd be able to see that, but yeah, you could use it as a stencil. And then you could do that on a front of a card, okay, and then put stamps over it, you know, the butterflies over top. Okay, so let's get started. Okay, the first card, I have mostly everything ready to go, so you don't have to sit and watch me color or anything. I am using Calypso Coral, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. And I didn't score them, so I'm going to have to score them by hand. Okay. And then you need 2 pieces of 5 1/4 by 4, 4 1/4 by 5. I'm sorry. 4 by 5 1/4, 2 of them. One for the outside and one for the inside. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this one in a while. And then for this one, we're going to do some stamping. I have 3 different butterflies here. And I am using Smoky Slate. And we're just going to randomly stamp on the card in the 3 different sizes, leaving a space for our thank you. There's 2 different sizes. I'm not going to use the big one. And then I already did the big one, but I'm going to do a little fussy cutting, because when the dies cut out, you see they don't separate the antennas. So what I'm going to do is get a little closer here. Just cut to make this a little skinnier. Just go around here to cut. I don't like a lot of white around. And if your dyes shift, you're going to get a lot of white. And I need to get crumb cake and do the bodies. I'm going to use light crumb cake in my blends, and I'm just going to do the body. Okay. And I'm going to do down here at the bottom of the body. On, just say hi and like and share. I have to apologize. I didn't draw any names yet for the other ones. I have 2 sets here. I need to draw names, and I will do that by Friday. So, okay, so this one's going to go right about here. Whoops. Where's my little one? Oh, I didn't put it in the bag. It's laying right here. And I use the blends on here. I am going to use our markers. I am going to do Daffodil Delight. And I'm just going to color in the wings. Delight. The blend, do the body quick. Then I'm going to take crushed curry, and I'm just going to highlight the darkness where they already have it dark, shadowed. It's one thing, Stampin' Up, when they do these stamps, they give us where we could shadow it in. And then that's going to go right about there. We'll move him down. So we're going to put him on. We're going to stamp thank you first. And that is from another retiring set, Plentiful Plants, the thank you. And that's going to be in Memento Black. And we're going to stamp that right about there. Okay. And we're just going to glue these down. And do is cut these off here. Hold on. That, like I said, it's your preference. So then we're going to put him right about there. And then this guy will go right about here. And I am taking our black Stampin' Right marker, and I am going to take the brush tip, and I'm just going to flick it to paper. Splattering. You could use a toothbrush. There. See that? I don't like that little spot there. And then we can put that on the front. And then if you really wanted to, you could take, let me find them. Oh, come on, Deb. I'm looking through my bling here. I have some black ones I could put on there. Just gotta find them. I thought they were right in the front. And they are actually being retired, so I might as well use them up. I can't find them, so we'll find something else to use. Here's some. Okay, so we're just gonna take one and put where that is, and put one here, put one there, and there you have the first card. Second card, it's basically almost the same. It's this one here, but what I did was, you need 4 1/4 by 11, and you're going to score that at 5 1/2. Once again, you need 2 pieces that's 4 and 5 1/4, one for inside, one for the outside. And you need a piece of scrap for the same. And then you need your butterfly. And I already went ahead and colored them in. This is Tahitian Tide. But I am going to take and cut out this part down here. Take my light crumb cake, and I am going to do his body. So now I'm going to take the big piece of stamp, and I'm going to move this aside because I'm going to show you how to do this. Now you could keep it in the case it comes in and stamp. I prefer to do it this way. I'm going to take my smoky slate and I'm going to ink it up. Okay. Then I'm going to take one of our 4 1/4 by 5, 4 by 5 1/4, and I'm going to lay it on top. I'm going to bring my grid paper up and over, and then I'm going to rub it this way. So I get it all around, okay? And then I'm going to pick it up, and then you have your stamp image. So I'm going to put him over here because I'm done with him. So then our smoky slate, we need to make sure it's 4 1/4. Yep, and by 11, and it's going to be folded in half, which is 5 1/2. Okay, this will get laid on top, so we're going to include this. Okay, and then our butterfly will go right here on top, and we're just going to glue that right on there. up the bodies. Okay, and then we're just going to glue this on the inside. Now you could stamp a butterfly on the inside, or you could find a saying to, you know, to stamp on the inside. Mine says smile on the outside. And now I gotta find smile. It is another retiring set. Lovely You. I think this one is sold out. So we need a tied, or a piece of scrap. I'm going to trim this down because it is big. It don't need to be this wide. I could get away with probably a little more than 1/4 of an inch. Then I'm going to take my snips. I smeared it. Let's stamp it again. Over. Don't press so hard, Deb. Okay. Don't touch it right away. Don't want to smear it. Remy, lay down. I'm almost done. Okay. So we're going to snip it. My scissors. And snip it there. And then I am just going to cut right underneath the words and on top. Glue this down on the wing. So since we're putting bling on, let's put a little bit of these on. Okay, card number 2. All right, moving on. Last card. Card number 3 is this one. Did the butterflies. We have our take your pick tool, and it has a brush for the tip of it. So I would suggest these are really nice to have. This has your putty end to pick up small pieces and put down. This will have your poker, and it has like a spatula, kinda. And they just go in and they twist, okay? And this screws off. That's where this would attaches to on the other end, because here's the poker here, okay? So I would suggest to get 2 so you can use the poking tool or the brush. But when this comes out, you can lay this down and you can go like this, and you would get all those pieces out, what's ever left. Now you would lay your die, when you get it out, the die will be on top, and then you can lay. I don't want to press real hard, but when you do that, you can use that with your dies with the paper inside. As you can see, my right here. So that's what I would do, is order 2. So what we're going to do now, the butterflies are using their glitter paper. Let me tell you what it is. They're, I think, sold out. They're retiring. It is glimmer paper. and it's the in colors of 2022 and 24. And we're going to be using a 3D embossing folder, brick and mortar, you know what I mean, the brick one. Get my cut and emboss machine. I need a bigger space, I think. And then, or clear some stuff out. Okay, I'm taking off everything but my number 1 plate. Okay. And you need your number 4. And the embossing folder. And you need a 4 by 5 1/4. And since the bricks go this way, okay, I am going to put my paper in this way so they are sideways, like so. The folded end here goes in first, and then you're going to lay number 4 on top, and then you're just going to push it through. Put that out of the way. And there you have your brick. Okay. Now I'm going to take a dauber, and I did early espresso on here, but I'm just going to stick with smoky slate since I have it out here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just dab it, tap it, and run it across. And it will pick up where the raised part is. That there, but it probably won't see it. I dabbed too quick. Your ink pad over it if you want. It gets a little darker that way if you press real hard. You could do the blending brushes. So, and if you have one of those orange or yellow sponges that we had, you could use that and go over it. Okay, so we're going to put the inside in. This is 8.5 by 5.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. And we're going to put this down too. Bring the card in. This is like a variegated. It goes from light to dark. So I went ahead and got the darker one. This is actually the Tahitian Tide. And this is this one, but only at the darker spot. And then this is actually Starry Sky, where this is Orchid Oasis. That, and we need to stamp our saying, and we got that from Framed Florets, and this is another retired one. And I'm going to lay that there. Tahitian Tide. Keep it over to the left-hand side. So what we're going to do is fold up where the body is, and we're just going to put glue in the center of the body. Okay, and he's going to get glued here. Him down, fold the wings up, and then this one. This only has glitter on one side, so put that one there. Okay, then we're going to take dimensionals and we're going to pop him up. Only put 2 on, but being that this is embossed and I want to make sure it sticks, and being that we folded the wings up, we can slide him in and down, and we want to get this wings up. There we go. So that is card number 3. And we are gonna put, here we go. We're gonna put some bling on this one. This is Tahitian Tide. Oh, this is Tahitian Tide. We'll do this one. So, and here, and a small one. One on here. That is card number 3. So let me bring them out here for you. 1, 2, 3. Wait, do it this way. And like I said, I have some home decor. I framed. This is the first one I did, and I really don't like it. I think the butterflies should be smaller. But I did this one. And what I did was I took a 6 1/4 by 4 1/4, because this is frame in here is a 6 by 4. And I just took my Parakeet Party ink pad and ran it across the bottom, and my Tahitian Tide, and did the same thing. Then this is the paper that I just used on here, and this is the Parakeet Party in the background, and then just the 2-inch circle. That's the first one I did. Okay, then the second one I did was here, and I just cut the paper. It's from Playing in the Rain, DSP, I think that's what it's called. And I just cut a piece big enough for that. And then these butterflies I glued to the outside of this frame here, put it together, and then I took the bling, and that's on the outside of the frame. And I like this one better, I think, than I do this one. But that's what I have for you tonight. I hope you enjoy it. Like I said, leave me a comment if you have any questions. My catalogs are still in picking. It said 4 to 12 days before it would ship. So I think I'm on day 4. So hopefully I'll soon get that. If you're not working with a current demonstrator and would like to have a catalog, me. And if you would like to have a catalog, I can't show you. I don't even know where my good one is. It's around here somewhere. Oh, here. No, that ain't it. Well, anyway, if you'd like to have a catalog, not working with a demonstrator, and all you gotta do is just let me know. I'll be glad to send you one. If you want to be have a discount, 20% discount. Now you can sign up and be on my team. We will get together, make cards, talk about specials, everything. All you gotta do is just sign up. Go to my business web page or my Stampin' Up page, deblehigh.stampinup.net, and hit the join button. I would love to have you on my team. So right now, I'm going to wish you a wonderful week. And come see me Friday at 8 o'clock right here on Facebook and YouTube. Let me put it back down on the cards. See you then. Have a great week.